Would you ever take medical advice from Donald Trump?
Absolutely not.
Hell no. Anything that he recommends will automatically be on my... I probably want to avoid that.
Sometimes he comes up with some random ideas. For a week, the whole world is talking about them, while there are a lot of more important problems happening. I think Americans, they need healthcare, they need housing. Do they really care about this stuff? I don't know.
I don't take medical advice from anyone, so yeah, if you've had that snake oil, don't come near me, please.
Have you heard that this morning he said that paracetamol is giving people autism?
Ganja wakes you up, mate. It's all love, man.
I studied public health, and it's crazy that how medicine is becoming like a huge it's interesting. A lot of things that were in people in professional fields were talking about it, researching about it. Now it's the tools of politics now. It doesn't make sense at all.
Why do you think that shift has happened?
Some sort of, I don't know, maybe propaganda, advertising for themselves. It's just like Trump, sometimes he comes up with some random ideas, and for a week, the whole world is talking about them, while there are a lot of more important problems happening, and you care about, I don't know, this thing, that thing. Yeah. I think Americans, they need healthcare, they need housing. Do they really care about this stuff? I don't know.
He doesn't know anything about anything. He listens, he gets his advice from people like Robert Kennedy Jr., who also don't know anything. They believe these radical conspiracy theories, which are not based in any sort of scientific fact at all. And on a whim, he'll just decide, oh, now I think that this causes this. It's insanity.
Would you take medical advice from Donald Trump?
Oh, fuck no.
And what was your opinion on his recent bit of medical advice?
Which one was that then?
It was the paracetamol is causing autism.
Oh, the way he was mispronouncing it. Yeah, no, hell no. No, I'm not touching the stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that he recommends will automatically be on my... I probably want to avoid that.
I have a my grandson's girlfriend is pregnant at the moment, and if she heard that about the paracetamol that he said this morning, that would make me so angry. The man's an idiot.
I know that he's clamping down. I mean, he's trying to help people with autism, and is that what he's doing? He wants to stop paracetamol being prescribed.
What do you think about a world leader making such sort of outlandish comments and these big statements that aren't backed by sort of evidence and things that, this is the person with possibly the most power in the world? How does that make you feel?
Very worried, to be honest. But at the same time, he's not the most powerful. I mean, America still is the most powerful in many, many regards. But, when we look at the southeast of the world, in the southern hemisphere, we see that it's just not the same thing anymore. So in many regards, I think he's doing that flippantly, in line with modern media and social media and so on. And he's just trying to make a point that, I am this, but yeah, I'm not really. I think deep down, his childish endeavors and the way he speaks without backing things up, as you say, with credible sources and credible information, is one thing in line with his past, his history, his everything else. He could afford to do it because, so many people have ratted him out, so to speak, on all kinds of levels, and people are trying to demolish him over in America, unsurprisingly, because, he is attempting to pursue some kind of conflict every 5 minutes and pretending that he's causing peace around the world. But what American administration hasn't done that, I guess.
Do you think there's also that, for years, the commodity has been oil, so the people with the oil have the money, whereas now medicine's having such a shift that maybe that's what they're trying to peddle to have the power?
It can be, but in the end, I would say what's the responsibility of the state? If the state is, again, it's doing scientific research about it, it's getting consultancy from professionals, and if people trust that, that's amazing. But if it's for other, intentions happening, that's a bit concerning.
And finally, when was the last time someone bought you flowers? How does it make you feel that someone with that much power is making these sort of like sweeping statements, you know, like making these statements without any sort of like evidence to back it up, but like putting it out there?
Again, he's the puppet on the stage for the brainwashing, and he's been told to say that. Look at him. He's obviously been taking more than enough paracetamol in his life. So let him be. He's a mess.
What do you think is happening or has happened in America to allow someone like that to become the president?
That's the biggest question, isn't it? Because that's the one that we ask ourselves. We like to say we're better than this, but maybe we're not better than this. Maybe the base human instinct for revenge against your enemies and things like that, maybe that's what people actually want, and that's also really frightening. Yeah, America is more divided than it's ever been, and that's a pretty common thing people say, but it is really true. It really is true, and it's I don't see anything getting better anytime soon.
Who would you rather have leading your country, Keir Starmer or Donald Trump?
Oh, well, that's a question. I think I'll answer that with Donald Duck. To be honest with you, they're both just as bad as each other, so a fictitious character in the middle somewhere might be the best option. I don't know.
So a lot of people we've spoken to have said that Keir would be the better, the better option of the two. But why is it that you feel that Keir's so bad?
He just tries to be a lad, I find, especially when Donald Trump's around, and it just totally juxtaposes his kind of legal thing, his lawyer status as a lawyer at one point. And I don't know, I think if he'd managed to be more relaxed to begin with, then he may be able to adopt something like that. But he's trying to adopt something like that now when he's the most unpopular guy in centuries. And that's just really ridiculous. It's just horrible to see.